I'm Travis Frame, and this is Frame by Frame. And today I'm going to be going from number 100 to number 76 in my top 100 movies of all time. Number 100 is North by Northwest. It's one of my favorite Hitchcock movies. It's a classic for a reason, and it's just a great watch. Number 99 is Room. Brie Larson is absolutely fantastic in the movie. It is it is just such a powerful movie, and it is fully deserving of all the praise it gets. Number 98, Hero. Hero is phenomenal. It is my favorite film that uses color prominently throughout the film in such a impactful way. I think that the use of color in Hero is unparalleled in most of the other movies that I've ever seen, and I think it's just a beautiful movie to watch. Number 97 is Django Unchained. It is just fun, action packed, and crazy. It has great dialogue, great directing, great acting. It is just it, it's awesome. Number 96 is The Handmaiden. This movie is just insane. I didn't really know what to expect going in, but I assumed it would be pretty good. And it just is twist after twist, but not in a way that diminishes the uh, twist that came before it, in a way that adds on and creates complexity to the movie. And it is just so fascinating. Number 95 is The Raid. Just a nearly perfect action movie. It is nonstop from start to finish. It is so entertaining. It is so well made, and the action is just phenomenal. Number 94, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Another great movie with amazing action. I love the stylized elements. It is my personal favorite Edgar Wright film, and I think that the way that it combines aspects of graphic novels and video games and action movies into one is just so much fun, and it's just a blast. Number 93 is Up. Up is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. It is heartwarming and heartbreaking and funny and sad. It is so good, and I think that this is one of the animated films that I will revisit the most in the future, just because of how complex and emotionally it is, and just how well I think it's done. Number 92 is 50-50. This movie was a big surprise for me when I watched it. I heard good things, but it is both really powerful dramatically, as well as being pretty funny in other parts. And I think that it balances that incredibly well without undercutting any of the drama and without giving up on those comedic elements. And I think it just kind of forms into just a really entertaining and just very well made movie. Number 91 is going to be Moonlight. Moonlight, I think, is an immaculately made film. The reason it's not a little bit higher is because I do think that the third part of the film is not quite as good as the first two parts. I think the first two sections of the movie are nearly flawless. I think it is just a breathtaking movie. It is incredibly powerful, and it is so good. It's a movie that's so good that, like, when it won the Oscar over La La Land, it's understandable. I mean, both movies are phenomenal, and La La Land is my personal favorite, but Moonlight is a very good film. Number 90 is going to be Alien. Alien is so good. It's stood the test of time, in my opinion. It is just like unnerving and creepy, and I think that in terms of horror sci-fi, it's almost unmatched. And I think that for a movie to have such a strong atmosphere and be so scary today, I think is just a testament to how good this movie is. Number 89 is going to be Reservoir Dogs. This is obviously an unpopular opinion. I know most people would not put Reservoir Dogs above Django Unchained. For me, I just like the dialogue and the story of Reservoir Dogs more than I like Django. And I just think that it is just so good. I know that it's going to be a little bit repetitive, but I mean, these are all obviously movies that I really, really like. Number 88 is going to be Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, the adventure movie that defines the adventure movie genre. It is just so filled with just adrenaline and fun and adventure and action. And it is, I mean, it started a franchise, and most of the movies in the franchise are really good. And I mean, it's the movie that I hold the adventure genre to that as a standard. It's that good. Number 87 is Cabin in the Woods. Probably higher than most people would expect, but I think Cabin in the Woods is phenomenal in the way that it both parodies and follows along with horror tropes. I think that it is crazy and insane, but it is ridiculously fun to watch. And it is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And I think that it does something so fun with making fun of other horror movies while still being its own thing and being unique. Number 86 is Gone Baby Gone. I think this was the movie that I decided that I personally like Casey Affleck a little bit more as an actor than Ben. I think both are incredibly talented, but man, Casey Affleck is so good in Gone Baby Gone, and it is an incredible thriller. Number 85 is going to be A Nightmare on Elm Street. Uh, Debatably my favorite pure horror movie of all time. It got me into slasher movies. It's so good. It's practical effects. It's directing. It's still scary to the day to today, and I think that that's just so incredible. And I mean, I'm a big Freddy fan. I've watched all of the movies, and this is the start, and this is the best, and it's awesome. Number 84 is The Dark Knight. I'm a big Batman fan, big Christopher Nolan fan. So I mean, what's not to like for me for The Dark Knight? It's probably overrated. I will admit that, and I don't think that it's like a top 10 movie of all time. But obviously, for me, it's number 84. It's pretty high in my opinion in terms of the movies that I've seen in my life, and it's everything I could ever want from a Batman movie. Number 83 is Her. I mean, what has not been said about Joaquin Phoenix? He is phenomenal. He carries this movie. Not that the other aspects of the movie aren't amazing. It is an incredibly well put together movie, but Joaquin Phoenix's performance is so good, and I think the subjects that the movie touches on regarding artificial intelligence and the nature of love, I think, are so fascinating, and that's why I have it where it is. Number 82 is Good Time. Good Time is one of my favorite thrillers, obviously, being on this list. It is thrilling from start to finish. I think that this movie was what changed my opinion about Robert Pattinson. It made me respect him immensely. I had always seen him as the guy from Twilight that I didn't think could act, and he proved me so incredibly wrong in this movie. And I think that he's a phenomenal actor. Since then, I've watched movies I probably wouldn't have normally watched just because he was in them, and I think that that's just a testament to him breaking away from that typecasting and making an incredibly good movie even better. Number 81 is Gone Girl. Gone Girl is so good. I mean, the book is incredible, and I think that this is in a very respectful and accurate adaptation of the book. I think that it is thrilling, and just Fincher is a master in my opinion, and I think that Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike have tremendous performances that counteract each other in the film, and I think it's just so good. Number 80 is going to be 500 Days of Summer. I think 500 Days of Summer is one of my favorite romance movies of all time. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is awesome, and I think the dynamic between him and Zooey Deschanel's character is just so charming and sweet, and it's a movie that it's just a very likable movie, and it's stuck with me since the first time I've seen it, and still after the time that I've rewatched it. Number 79 is going to be Sing Street. This movie is could be described in one word, and I think that's just charming. I think the music is great. The performances by all of the actors are so good, and it's just one of those movies that's just so sweet and, as I said, charming. And it's just one of those ones that just kind of sticks with you because of how it makes you feel. Number 78 is going to be The Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, Scorsese. Scorsese is my favorite director of all time. This is by no means the last Scorsese that's going to be on this list. And yeah, you can criticize this movie for being excessive and over the top, but it is so good. I mean, it's entertaining for the entirety of its 3 hour runtime. It's masterfully made, and it's wild. It's just a wild movie, and um, like it or hate it, I mean, it's well made. Number 77 is Silver Linings Playbook. I think that the dynamic between Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence in this movie is phenomenal. Their chemistry is top notch, and I think the movie has a lot of heart. It has some humor I think plays well into it, and it just makes for like a heartwarming story about these two people. Number 76 is Good Will Hunting. I mean, it's just a great movie. It's uh, just powerful. Robin Williams, Matt Damon are just so good in it, and just excellently written, and just a great movie. That was the first 25 in my top 100, and stay tuned and check back on the channel for the next entry and the next 25 that I will do in my top 100.